So guys, today, huge deadlift day. It's gray outside. There's a huge storm in the Caribbean. I hope every Jamaicans over there are okay and doing fine, and for the other islands as well. So here in Quebec, we also received a lot of rain, and it's gonna keep going for the next days. It's almost Halloween, time of the year I really appreciate, because last year I became sick. So I had a kidney problem, only caused by a virus, and it prevented me from spending that time with my kids, and also made me reflect and realize a lot of things about my life. No matter how strong, advanced, good, healthy you think you are, sometimes life will throw you a curveball and you'll have to deal with it. In my case, I'm really grateful that it was not the end for me. Spent a lot of time last year in the intensive care along some elderly people. You know, I was the youngest there, so they spent a lot of time telling me about, you know, how I reminded them of a bodybuilder, Arnold, like the names they knew about the sport. So for me, it was a good experience because I've learned from them that, you know, the most important things in life are not materialistic, they're not money, they're not, you know, anything superficial related. For them, if they wanted to share with me one lesson, is to take care of the people you love, take care of your family, spend quality time with them. So I remember these men and women, in some case, for the words and wisdom they shared with me. And now, one day before Halloween, it just puts me into like a deep part of my mind, because, you know, it's gray outside, it's been a year. I don't know how I truly feel about life these days, but because I've been also, you know, towards you, I've been working hard to put, you know, out there some videos, worked hard on myself so you guys can see the result and maybe get those same results for yourself. But sometimes it's hard for me to not feel like it's something, you know, a little bit useless to do, since, you know, the algorithm and all of that, you know, they're not really sharing. So you really don't truly know how to do it better in order to, you know, reach the biggest amount of people. Everything I've done to this day is naturally done. You know, I haven't cheated my process. I've been working hard. If you see me lift heavy, if you see me run hard, sprint and jump hard, it's because I'm pushing myself to the absolute limit. And sometimes it does feel like I'm doing it, you know, in a void, because I'm putting those videos, but then I feel like, and some people, you know, in the comment, and even from my own entourage, they're telling me, but they don't understand why I'm not getting as many views as other people. So maybe by listening to what I'm saying right now, some people might be able to enlighten me. But in any case, I still decided today to come into my gym, push myself in front of the camera, because I would still do it without the camera. The only difference here is that I'm choosing consciously to sharing with y'all, and hopefully with even a bigger crowd of following. But we did some pretty amazing things, I think, because it's my first time deadlifting 5 plates for more than 4 reps. Last time I've done that, I injured my lower back. I think it was like 2 years ago. And then, you know, I just came back stronger from that point. But I've never really tried to go further, to reach for like 10 reps. And today, if you watch this video, you will see those reps. So I'm pretty happy about that, because, you know, my mood was not at its highest. But once I got, you know, near my bar and, you know, gripped it, I felt like, let's go. Might as well go for the max. So past 5 reps, after that it was only motivation, only me thinking about finishing something while also feeling a little bit uneased because it's the first time I go into this territory. So if ever for you guys, you also come into that type of wall in front of you, I encourage you, I strongly recommend that you try to push yourself, but always bear in mind that it comes with some type of consequences, all right? So if you go, you push yourself, but your body is just telling you, hey, you need to stop, then you might listen to your body. If you feel confident that you can and you assume that your technique's not gonna break, then keep going until you reach your limit. And then when you reach it, just be intelligent enough to recognize it and live to see another day. Because I've done 10 today. Maybe I could have tried for 11 and 12, but I did feel like it was the ceiling for me today. In this period of time, end of October, almost the beginning of a new season, for me, someone who likes to be versatile, not only because I want to, but also sometimes I have to be. I need to adapt to the new challenges while also not just, plateau because of the season changing here in Quebec. During the summer, I have access to a ton of different areas in which I can train and get better. But since winter is coming our way, it's going to be harder and harder for me to go outside. And also, I also feel like this is the time for me to prioritize something else that I don't want to lose. But for me, to be honest, the gym stuff is easier. It's something I've been working on for a longer period of time. So I feel like it's like going back to my bicycle. So I do remember the sensations, even though, yes, I've been deadlifting a little bit, but I haven't been training seriously on the heavy compounds lift, like deadlifts, squats, bench. But I have like a lowest amount of weight and reps I always aim to have in order to feel safe and feel like myself. And I can confidently say right now that I am over that by a mile while I haven't been training it. I've mainly been training sprints, jumps, plyometrics. Yes, I've been training physically also, but more in like a circuit, boot camp type of style. And I've, reaped a lot of benefits from that. So I think that this is amazing to feel like, okay, I might be a little less heavy, I'm more, cut than I used to be, but I didn't lose any strength. In the contrary, I even gained some. So for my followers here, close to me in Quebec, in person, people who seek to train with me in groups or in private, I have some huge projects, in the works. I've been shaking hands, I've been visiting places in order to find the perfect spot where I could bring my people, train them, give them the best of my knowledge. So we're pretty close to that. This is the next step for Neogenesis, is really to have more space, because obviously, and this is the part that makes me happy though, we spoke about the YouTube not getting any views, that thing, but here I do feel like it affected and touched some people in a positive manner, and now they're seeking my philosophy, my training methods. So I'm gonna be putting a lot more time in order to make it available for people and also help the largest amount of people possible. Like, I care deeply about seeing others do better than I did myself, and sometimes I do feel like it's even an easier job, because I would have liked to have someone following me and giving me those tips I'm now giving to people. And this is just really, really rewarding to see them have success personally, physically, spiritually, like in any ways, and even as athletes, they are overcoming a lot of challenges, but I really admire them for their resilience. And sometimes they give me the credit for it, but all the credit to them. So more people are going to be able to do that with us, and hopefully this is going to be finalized soon. So for those watching that are living close to me, just stay tuned, and we're going to come with big projects for y'all. And The other thing is that I mentioned for the people that are close to me, but for those who live abroad, because I have mainly more people that don't know me personally that are following and liking and sharing, and this is amazing. And those people should not be left behind. So for them, I also have a plan, to be more online. So if people are interested to have consultations, speak with me, really ask me for some advice, talk about personal stuff, I'm gonna make it available too. And the other thing is that my programs, the stuff I've been doing for a year that really made me better, are also gonna be accessible for those people. So if ever you wanna buy it, if ever you wanna get better while not necessarily be able to access me, or even cause it's kind of expensive to have access to a personal trainer and all of what comes with the territory. So if you want to have access to me, I will have a plan for you. I will make it available and we'll get better together, because it's not because we're not living close that this should be a fence between you and your success. Interesting point I want to bring up here is just thinking about how YouTube is functioning, what makes people want to listen and stick on your videos. I know, okay, just images, videos of me training, pushing without giving any type of context or tips or cues might be a little bit boring for some people. Just the music I take without, lyrics, just putting some music I can use freely on my videos. Maybe it's not entertaining enough, but I'll just be real with you on that matter, because the reason why I don't speak is because training in itself needs and deserves focus. You need to be focused, you need to be dedicated. And like I've said, I don't know if that part's gonna be in this video, but for me, you cannot just train half-assing it. You need to be focused, you need to be in the moment. So when I do it, sometimes I need to be in my bubble. And when I'm thinking about other things, how people will feel, what I should say and stuff, I think I'm not focusing on what's really at hand, because I would train if I was not filmed. I would train, and I've done it before I had this camera, or before I had someone who wanted to help me with myself. So it's really important for me, and in general, just to share that I'm gonna stick to being myself, and I just hope that I'm gonna be able to find people who are gonna like it the way it is, because I'm not trying to copy what other people are doing out there, even though I think it is amazing, even though I like the fact that they're doing, they're successful for themselves and their channel, and they have likes and views and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm always confident that I want to be a trendsetter. I want to show people what I do, and also prove to them that everything I do is also possible for them. But the talking part sometimes is hard, because training is already a hard thing to do. It might be in this era one of the hardest things you could do, and especially when you do it without the help of anything else. I'm just doing it the hard way. I'm not skipping any stairs. I'm not taking the elevator. I'm just climbing. And for now, I think I'm still reaching for higher limits. So I'm just sharing with you what it truly is, which is 2 words: hard work.